Hello, princesses, and welcome back to Not Fit for Print Beauty with me, Rebecca. Today we have a relatively new feature that I like to call two for review, which is when I take two new products and not necessarily put them up against one another, but just kind of review them both in the same video. And this one is going to take an interesting turn because today we are reviewing two foundations. And believe it or not, I have a different foundation on each side of my face. We are going to try them both on, review them both, and do a wear test on them both. So let me tell you what we have here. We have the brand new, and it's going to be on this side of my face, bareMinerals Original Pure Serum Foundation. And we have the brand new Wander Beauty Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. We're going to talk about both of them. We are going to do a demo and a wear test. I'm going to try to beat 6 hours if I can today for the wear test. All right, so let's talk about them. I will say this a few times throughout the video, I'm sure. I am not trying to say, should you buy the bareMinerals or should you buy the Wander Beauty? They're actually kind of two separate reviews. They are somewhat similar in the fact that they're both about medium coverage. They're both lightweight and they feel really nice on the skin, and they're both brand new. But we're going to try to look at them kind of as two different reviews, as bareMinerals is kind of a giant among the complexion products, and Wander Beauty is still a very young brand. But let's talk about both of them. First of all, we have the bareMinerals Original Pure Serum Foundation. You'll see in the demo, but it is on this side of my face. This is a radiant natural liquid. It comes in 20 shades and is $44. I purchased the light neutral 2.5. I'm always a kind of light medium neutral shade, but this is the light neutral 2.5. This does, some of you will love this, some of you will hate this, have a mineral SPF 20. It's just not enough. You know, in order to get a full coverage, so in order to get the 20, and 20 SPF isn't that high, but in order to get that 20 SPF, boy, would you have to put on a lot. So you probably won't get it. You'll probably only get about 10 SPF. Hey, it's better than nothing. This foundation is a liquid foundation that they advise to shake up before you apply. It is, like I said, a natural radiant finish and claims to improve the skin within 7 days of use. To be honest with you, these claims of improving skin with use may or may not be true. You're not really going to find a complexion product on the market these days that doesn't have some sort of a claim like that. I don't even read off the niacinamide and hyaluronic acid and all those ingredients at this point. It calls itself a serum, but these kind of skincare ingredients in complexion products is old hat at this point. We have been doing this for a few years now, and it's not as remarkable or interesting as it first was. Now it is expected. Very nice, but expected. Some of you will love that it has mineral sunscreen. Some of you won't. Some people feel that a mineral sunscreen in a foundation can flash back on camera for all your red carpet appearances out there, all of you, and others just prefer it. It's just kind of, it's more preferred as a sunscreen to chemical. Frankly, they're all chemicals, I suppose, really, when you look at it that way. Now, bareMinerals, of course, has been around seemingly forever. They are complexion giants. They started out, of course, bareMinerals started with their powder foundations and their powder products, but even when they go into liquid and cream and such, they are very well respected for complexion products, and I am really enjoying this already, even though it's only on half of my face. But it is a new one. Somebody already asked me in a DM if this is going to cancel out any other bareMineral foundations. No, it's not a replacement. It's just new. They might take one off the market, bareMinerals, but it wouldn't be because of this. All right, let's talk a little bit about Wander Beauty. The other makeup I have on my face today is Wander Beauty. They are relatively new, extremely exciting young brand, really cool products. This Wander Beauty has introduced this new Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. This guy is $40 and comes in 14 shades. The bareMinerals is $44 in 20 shades. A little bit more shade choice here, a little bit more money, $4. The Wander Beauty Nude Illusion I picked up in the shade Light Medium. I had to ask the folks at Wander Beauty what shade I would be, and it was very easy to do. I just took a picture of myself in without any makeup on in natural lighting and sent it to them, and they recommended light medium. I am wearing it now, so obviously it was a good recommendation. This is an interesting product in that it is a cream liquid hybrid foundation with a natural skin finish, and also wants you to shake well. Little bit more viscous than the other, and it also is a medium coverage. So basically we're going to be comparing, it's on this side of my face now already, we're going to be comparing two foundations that are medium coverage, one natural finish and the other a natural satin on this side, I should say, for the Wander, and this side a natural, much more radiant finish, and I would say that's pretty accurate. So what we're going to do now, and don't forget to look below in the description bar for all the other cool items I'm wearing in this video from Wander Beauty. I am quite a fan, so I have some cool stuff from them. But now we're going to go to the demo. I want you to see me apply this on each side of the face, and then I'm going to wear it for as long as possible, and we are going to compare and contrast, though it's really meant to be two separate reviews and not a buy this, not that, if that makes sense. All right, okay, let me tell you how this wear test and this try on is going to go, because it's a little unconventional and perhaps unscientific, but we do the best we can with what we have. Since we are doing two for review, we will do one foundation on one side of the face and one foundation on the other side. I am not going to put any concealer on. I have done a little bit of color correcting already around the dark pits of despair on my eyes and a little bit around the mouth, and that's it. We're not going to put any concealer on because I found anything I put over is going to interfere. We won't know if it's the concealer that's creasing or the foundation that's creasing. And then I'm going to wear these as long as possible, probably about 6 hours I can get in today. What you just saw in the intro was freshly applied. And what you're going to see after this demo will be the wear test. Okay, and we'll see how long that we can go. Now, the only reason this is slightly unscientific is I won't be able to divide the face evenly, and I'm not going to put a line down my face because I do have to do a few errands and be part of the world. Also, somewhat unsophisticated because, you know, we're not completely comparing apples to apples, I realize. For instance, we have one here that actually has an SPF in it, albeit not very much, and one that doesn't. One that considers itself a serum foundation. This one considers itself kind of a satin cream liquid hybrid foundation, but they're both very light wearing. So let's just compare them. And I do have two separate foundation brushes so that we won't intermix. Okay, both foundations would like us to really shake first. And this has got a nice texture. You can't hear it shake. Holding it up by the microphone there. Okay, the bareMinerals is what we're going to put on this side of the face. And the interesting thing about the bareMinerals is that it tells you to put it, if you're going to put it on with a brush, it actually wants you to use your fingers. You guys hate that. YouTube hates touching your face. They say if you're going to use a brush, they actually recommend that after you shake it, you apply it directly to the brush, which is not my normal kind of process in putting on foundation, but I'll do it. You have to turn the cap. That is an interesting thing, by the way. You can turn the cap to open and close it. Okay, so we're going to put it onto the brush as they instructed, and then I'll try to divide as best I can. It won't be perfect. Let's see the shade. These are also going to be slightly different shades. So this whole experiment is going to be interesting. I've never tried two different foundations. It might be difficult. It's kind of fun, the thought of doing two on one face, but it might be a little difficult because the shades might get in the way of each other, if that makes sense, but we'll see. Okay, so not bad, really comfy already, feels really nice. I put a great deal on because I am used to doing my entire face, and so I guess, and I'm not used to, I don't enjoy putting it on the brush first, it's just not my normal procedure, so I was a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I think actually not too bad on the shade, not too bad. Remember, we're going to have makeup over this too. I haven't done, you guys have already seen the intro. I haven't filmed that yet, so I don't know how that's going to go. You actually know more than I do at this point. But I bet once I put on the rest of my face, so to speak, I bet you can't tell I'm wearing two different foundations. That'll be interesting. All right, very pretty, very nice finish. Looks good. Looks very natural. Not dewy, but not matte, and a really pretty look to it. Okay, this side just has the color corrector on it, and we're going to put the Wander Beauty Nude Illusion. Also wants to be shaken up. I hold it up to the microphone. This one maybe a little bit thinner. I can hear it a little bit more. Okay, and this one, it doesn't give me those weird directions of putting it onto the brush first. I will, however, grab a clean brush so that we are not, wearing both foundations accidentally. There it is. Switch brushes here. Okay. Both Sonia G Fusion brushes. I know I just put it on the brush and onto my face. I'm trying to just kind of do this equally. This is a bit of a lighter shade. As I told you, it was a strange shade choice. This is the one they recommended. I just hope, my only worry about my unscientific comparison here is that the shades will be too different and clash with each other. Whereas even if you're wearing a slightly wrong shade on your face, but you wear it over the entire face, it's easier to correct. It's going to stand out more if it's battling. So let's just hope I don't come to regret this. Okay, does it have a scent? No. Okay, neither have a scent. All right. Okay, let me see what we got here. Oh, how interesting. Well, I think the bareMinerals shade is a little bit better. I'm just kind of spitballing it now because, we're going to have to do a wear test and see. They both boast a natural finish, and I would agree. The shade in the bareMinerals is a bit more flattering. That's only because the Wander Beauty just didn't have my perfect, but if this Wander Beauty were all over my entire face, I wouldn't be noting that. But it's kind of interesting, actually, to do half and half. You really do it does point out each foundation. A little bit more coverage on the bareMinerals. I can see that already. Again, not a bad thing. And I could build the Wander Beauty. And the Wander Beauty is already a bit more matte. And I don't know if that's coming off on camera. There's a little bit more of a kind of a natural dewiness to the bareMinerals side. But these are not generally, and I'm just trying to review them both in one fell swoop. I don't know if they're necessarily foundations that you would really put head to head. So I would like to give them their separate due. It's not like they released the exact same type of product at the exact same time and you're going to buy one or the other. I'm really just trying to kind of do double the review and get it out there in a timely manner. All right, really interesting. Little bit sinking in here already as we chat. But I am not going to add anything under the eyes. No concealer will be added. I'm going to add very sparing makeup, which you've already seen in the intro. And when you see me in a moment, it's going to be after hopefully at least a 6-hour wear test. So let's see what happens. Stay right. Time for the wear test. It has been 6 hours and 20 minutes. I beat my 6 hours. I was champing at the bit to get on here and do this, but we beat 6 hours. Let me put in first, also, I'm going to point to the side that's bareMinerals, which is this side, in this little inserted video here, which is at about 2 hours. I will point to the bareMinerals side just so you can kind of orient yourself and figure out where you are in that there. Okay, and now we're at 6 hours and 20 minutes. Let me take a look too. Let me also remind you, we have the new bareMinerals Original Pure Serum Foundation and the also brand new Wander Beauty on this side Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation. Let's see how they wore. First of all, can we just stop and say, how crazy is it that I can have two entirely different foundations on my face? And really, if I didn't tell you, I don't know if you'd know. Granted, we're comparing two medium coverage foundations, but it is interesting. And once again, let me remind you that I'm actually not trying to say buy this, not that, or really put these head to heads. It's really just kind of two reviews. I'm really trying to think of them separately because they are not kind of up against each other in that sense, other than the fact that they are both new and they are both medium coverage. I'm really just doing kind of two for review. All right, so let me take a look at how they're both doing now. As I mentioned when it was brand new during the demo, we still have two natural finishes, but this side, which is the Wander side, is a little bit more matte. a tad. This one still is retaining a little bit more the bareMinerals side of its radiance. Neither one, the bareMinerals is doing a bit better underneath the eyes. Remember, I do need some concealer, but didn't put any on, because then if it creases, you don't necessarily know if it's the concealer or the foundation. So I agree that I should probably have some concealer on. I do have color corrector on under, and it's a color corrector. It's by Tarte. I know it does not crease, so I feel we can rule that out. This is, the bareMinerals is doing a tad bit better underneath the eye. A tad bit, but it is. Both kind of need to be touched a bit here. Normal for me, because I have so many allergies. Both are providing medium coverage. Little bit better on any forehead lines on the bareMinerals side. The exact same for both foundations on the pores on the forehead, pores on the chin, because the Wander Beauty is a little bit more matte. It's doing a little bit better job of not showing any texture or pores on my cheeks, and that is very minimal, as this one is not showing many at all. The bareMinerals side, just something to mention. If you told me to choose one now, and even though I just told you that I'm actually not putting them head to head, I think I do prefer the bareMinerals side. I think that looks a little bit prettier on, but they have 20 shades in this bareMineral to the 14 shades in the Wander. Wander is a younger, newer company. bareMinerals has been doing complexion products forever. So, you know, goes to show, but I do think Wander does a lovely job with their products. The prices are very similar. The Wander Beauty, maybe about $4 less, but same amount of product, both medium coverage. Yeah, if I had to choose one, I think I would actually go for the bareMinerals, but I'm going to wear this Wander foundation. I think it's really pretty, and I like so many Wander products, and I'm actually wearing Wander all over the rest of my face to support them. I think they're a great brand. Tough to go up against bareMinerals for a complexion product, because that is where bareMinerals really does well. bareMinerals really doesn't make a bad complexion product, to be entirely honest. So for Wander to hold their own next to them is actually a huge compliment, to be really honest with you, and a great little company. So both are delightful medium coverage, natural finish foundations. I like them both very, very much, but I'd love to hear what you think. I mean, after all, this kind of thing is what makes us a community. So definitely register your opinion down below in the comment section and tell me what you think. Have you heard about either of this? Had you even heard of Wander Beauty? Because let me tell you, you should have. They're a great brand. I should do a brand spotlight or something on them. I actually think I did, but it was well over a year ago, so that could use an update. Really, really pretty products. All right, so let me know your thoughts down below. That's what makes us a community. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I sure hope that you did. Hey, if you haven't already done so, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. Well, I know that YouTube will suggest videos from creators you've viewed before. When you actually hit subscribe, it's a big help to me, and I appreciate it very, very much. Plus, come on over and say hello and give me a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and now Threads. And don't forget that you can become a bigger part of this YouTube community by becoming a channel member or by giving super thanks. But in any way that you spend your time here, please know that I'm thrilled to have you, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Bye-bye.